What's going on, everybody? This is day one of our very first project. Um, we actually got this lead from cold calling a high equity absentee owner list. Um, we had our VA calling multiple hours a day, and she came across a highly motivated individual who unfortunately flooded during Harvey and was highly motivated to sell. So first thing, she scheduled the appointment. Me and Derek came out to view the property, realized that it could possibly be a very good deal, with a lot of potential, a lot of upside. Initially, the plans were to wholesale the property, and then we realized after digging deeper into the numbers that, it would make a lot more sense to take it down ourselves, as in purchase it ourselves, via private money, which we'll talk about later, and wholetail the property. So basically, purchase it ourselves and not wholesale it, but fix it up slightly, just get all the trash out and relist it on the MLS for a higher profit margin. Okay, so with this property, the way we found it was actually through cold calling. We have a VA that calls for us right now about 6 to 8 hours a week, Monday through Friday. And we actually found her through an app, a neighborhood app called Nextdoor. So she literally lives 3 streets down from me. So when it comes to hiring a cold caller, we highly recommend hiring an American, who can have regular conversations with these potential motivated sellers. The first route we went, and remember, we were just learning as we were going, we went the Filipino route. We actually placed the ad on Upwork, and she reached out to us. She had a little cold calling experience, but we found out after a few months of her calling for us consistently that the language barrier, it was too hard to overcome. Like, she was not able to have a regular, natural sounding conversation with these potential motivated sellers. And once we switched to an American cold caller, it was night and day. It was a light switch off to on. We started consistently getting leads daily from her, and through listening to her recordings, she was having regular conversations. That's what it's all about, just having a regular conversation, find out what the potential motivated seller is going through, how much they're asking, their timeline to sell, and the condition of the property, and that's it.
Right, so this lead has been said came from a high equity, not on our occupied list. So we literally went into ListSource and put in the data of high equity, so they've lived in the home a while, so they have enough money, so if something was to happen, they can pull that equity out. And then obviously they do not live at the home, so they're absentee, and most of the time in those situations, they're dealing with a bad tenant or a family member, someone that's not paying rent. So they have motivation and they want to sell. As we said before, this home is a result of Harvey. As we know, Harvey was one of the worst disasters that's happened, and probably since Katrina. The water levels stayed in the city for months afterwards. So this home luckily had construction done right after the flood, and a church group came in, cleaned it out. At the time, family members were living here, but they had to move, and since then the home has just been sitting vacant. They've been losing money on the taxes each year. We were able to come in, close within 3 weeks, get them above what they were originally asking for, and just take care of the sellers. And that's what we do it for, right? At the end of the day, we're here to help people that are in situations. It's not always about the sales, it's really all about the people. The data also told us that the homes are selling in about 60 days, so that's 2 months. We should be good. Worst case, 3 months. We don't have a high payment on our private money, and so our expectation is to be in and out within 60 days, have our lender paid back, and hopefully have another deal lined up to do this similar strategy, just so we can maximize our wholesale fees as it gets so competitive, especially in a market like Houston, where wholesalers, investors, flippers, like, it's just on a whole nother level of competitiveness. So right now, guys, we're standing in a garage, right? This was converted actually into another bedroom. So it's listed as a 2-1. This is gonna be something else that helps us, is that it's technically a 3-1. As you can see behind us, there's extra space. You can add a closet, no problem. Another thing that makes this property so special is that in the back, which we will show in a minute, the garage comes with a addition, which could be turned into a smaller apartment, extra storage space. So this is another thing about doing your research and getting good on your numbers and your data and looking at all the homes and why they're selling for how much they are.
All right, guys, so as you can see, this is the garage, two-car garage that it comes with. But once we get inside, you'll be able to see the potential it has. So what we're gonna do, our plan is actually to market it as an efficiency. So that'll definitely, give people options when with their exit strategies. So let's go ahead and check it out. Check it inside. Little carport, stainless steel carport will have to be gone, of course. But something we also saw, so this was stacked up to the ceiling with junk. As you can see, we got it cleared out, but we noticed that the foundation is a little off. So they'll definitely have to definitely get that leveled, depending on their strategy. But we feel like it's salvageable, so that's why we're going to market it as part of the property as an efficiency. So come on inside, check it out. I don't know if you can see from the camera, but it's sloping to the right, to your left and everything. We can see the big crack going under the carpet and everything. But pretty solid structure. A few bird nests, a few birds flying around. But yeah, it will definitely be a great addition to this property, and in turn, more potential, more profit for the end buyer.